Hello, I am Pramod Kumar. Today our chapter is issue and redemption of debentures, and we have divided this chapter in 5 parts. 3 parts we have already covered. This is part 4 of 5. In this part we will discuss writing off of discount or loss on issue of debentures, redemption of debentures, how many times it can be redeemed, and redemption by payment in lump sum and redemption by payment in installment, right? So we go to writing off discount loss on. See what happens when we are writing off discount or loss on issue of debentures. It needs to be from security premium account, or if capital profits are not there, or if capital profits are inadequate to meet the writing off requirement of discount or loss on issue of debentures, then that needs to be written off from revenue profit of the company. Revenue profit. So in that case what will happen? Profit and loss will be debited. But what we need to remember, keep in mind, if a debenture has been issued for a period of 5 years, then the benefit will accrue to the debenture issuing company for the next 5 years. So the discount or loss on issue of debentures should not be written off in the year of issue itself. The write off amount in respect of discount or loss on issue of debentures should be equally spread over the tenure of the debenture. Suppose discount or loss on issue of debentures is 1 lakh rupees, hypothetically for an example, and it is for 5 years. Then what we should do? The company should do, every year it should write off 20,000 rupees, right? So discount or loss on issue of debentures is a capital loss. Capital loss. So it needs to be written off from security premium account, and if capital profits are not there, or if they are not adequate to cover this amount which is required to be written off, then it needs to be written off from revenue profits of the company, and it should be written off over the, since the benefit of debenture issue will accrue to the company for the tenure of the debenture, say 5 or 7 or 10 years. So it should not be written off wholly in the first year or in the year of issue itself. It should be spread over the tenure of the debentures, right? And when it is written off from P&L account, revenue profits, so what is the entry? Debit profit and loss account. And what do we credit? When profit and loss is being debited, debit profit and loss account and credit debentures account, right? And the narration will be discount or loss on issue of debentures. That will be the narration. So I hope that is clear, right? It's very clear. Discount or loss on issue of debentures is a capital loss, right? Capital loss needs to be met from the security premium account or capital profits. If capital profits are not there, or if they are inadequate to meet this requirement, then it should be written off from profit and loss, revenue profits of the company. Since profits accrue to the company over a period of time, not only during the year of the issue, so discount or loss on issue of debenture should be written off over that period of time, not only in 1 year. And when we we are debiting it to profit and loss account. The entry is debit P&L account and credit debentures account, and below that the narration will be discount or loss on issue of debentures, right? So now we go to the next one, redemption of debentures. Redemption of debentures can be done through 4 different ways. And what are those ways? One is payment in lump sum. Another one is in installments. Right? Third one is purchase in open market. And fourth one is conversion into shares or new debentures. Conversion into shares or new debentures. Right? Redeem means today the company has issued. So it has issued debentures, received money. So it has created liability, long-term liability, right? So at the time of redeeming, it gets out of the liability. It gets debentures back and pays out the money, right? So it gets out of the liability. So redemption of debentures means getting rid of that debenture liability by the company. So first one way is to pay in lump sum. Suppose 5 years ago I bought some debentures from a company and today I am going to redeem it. So I will return those debentures to the company and seek money from them. If the company pays me entire amount in one go, that is called redemption of debentures in a lump sum way. Payment in lump sum. In one go they pay entire money of the debentures due. And when they are paying in lump sum, what is the entry? Entry is like this. It could be, debentures could be getting redeemed either at par or with premium. So if at par it was issued for 100 rupees, it is being redeemed for 100 rupees. So if at par, debentures account debit, right, to debenture holder, right, and the second entry will be, this will be debited debenture holder debit, and what do we credit? Bank account, right? Once again, if we are talking of lump sum redemption, debentures being redeemed in lump sum payment way, it means the company will pay entire amount in one go, no installment. Here it could be of two types, redemption at par, redemption at premium. So in case of at par, the entry will be like this: debenture account debit, credit debenture holder. Second entry, debenture holder debit, credit bank account. This is done. Now we go to the lump sum only, but we are in, when redemption is at premium, then what will happen? Here debenture account debit and one more account will be debited because it is being redeemed with premium. So second account debited will be premium on redemption of debenture. This is also debited, and what is credited? To debenture holder, and second entry will be, this will be debited, debenture holder debit and credit bank account. So here the element of premium has come into picture, right? Lump sum with premium, debenture account debit, premium on redemption of debenture debit, and debenture holder credit. Second entry is debenture holder debit and credit bank account. Lump sum. Premium on redemption of debenture, that's correct. Debenture holder, bank account. Now, when we go to the installment method, it is being paid in installments as per the terms. Suppose the terms were that debenture will be redeemed in installments. So here what happens? Suppose a company has raised 100 crore and debentures are 5 years. So what the company is supposed to do? Company is supposed to set aside a part of its profits every year. And what is that? 100 crore divided by 5, 20 crore. So each year it will redeem debentures of 20 crores because it issued for 100 crores over a period of time, 5 years, and the terms are it will be redeemed in installments. If the term is annual installments, 5 annual installments. So every year it will redeem 20 crores. And which are those debentures which will be redeemed out of the outstanding debentures is decided through drawing of lots, right? Drawing of lots. Suppose this is the first year, 20 crore rupees debentures need to be redeemed through installment method. So 100 crore is outstanding. We are in the first year, at the end of first year. So a lot will be drawn. A lot will be drawn for payment of 20 crore rupees of debentures, right? So here, in case of redemption of debentures based on installments as per the agreed terms, what is the entry? If debentures are, what is happening? If debentures are being paid out of profits, there are two ways. They could be being paid out of profits or they could be being paid out of capital. So if they are being paid out of profits, so what will happen? If out of profits, profit and loss account debit, and what do we credit? Debenture redemption reserve account we credit, right? Debenture to debenture redemption reserve account, right? And then next two stages as per the previous one. What will be debited? Debenture account debit and credit debenture holder. Third stage, debit debenture holder and credit bank account, right? That's clear. When we are paying through installments and from profit and loss account, not from capital, so the entry will be debit P&L, credit debenture redemption reserve account. Second stage will be debit debenture account, credit debenture holder, and third stage will be debit debenture holder and credit bank account. So that is settled. Now, if it is being paid out of capital, then what? If it is being paid out of capital, that first stage will go out and the entries will be, if being paid out of capital, redeemed out of capital. Debit debenture account, credit debenture holder, debit debenture holder, credit bank account. As simple as that. Now, the question arises, what are the rules and regulations? As per the rules, what is happening? Any company that issues debentures for a period exceeding 18 months, any company that issues debentures for a period exceeding 18 months from the date of issue of debentures is required, obligated to maintain debenture redemption reserve. And how does it do it? Setting aside a part of profits, and the word is adequate profits. Setting aside a part of profits, adequate profits every year towards the debenture redemption reserve, because after a certain period of time it needs to redeem those debentures and pay to the debenture holders, investors. One thing is that. Second thing is, a company which issues debentures, it needs to create debenture redemption reserve of at least an amount of 50% of the debenture issued before it starts redeeming debentures. Right? Once again, a company which has issued debentures, it needs to create a debenture redemption reserve of 50% of the amount of debentures issued. Suppose the company has issued debentures for 100 crores. So it needs to create debenture redemption reserve of at least 50 crore of rupees before it starts redeeming debentures. Third is, the company can withdraw from debenture redemption reserve only when it has reduced its debenture liability by at least 10%. It means, suppose the company has issued debentures of 100 crore rupees, so it can use that money only after it has reduced the debenture liability by at least 10 crore rupees, brought down to 90 crore rupees from 100 crore rupees, right? And this obligation of debenture redemption reserve is applicable for non-convertible debentures and non-convertible portion of partially convertible debentures. As we know, debentures can be converted into shares or other securities in case of convertible debentures. So these stipulations which we have talked just now apply to in case of non-convertible debentures and non-convertible portion of partially convertible debentures. So these four are the major regulations. And adequate amount every year they have to segregate from profit, and they have to create a reserve, and that amount lying in debenture redemption reserve cannot be used for any other purpose other than redemption of debentures. It can be used only for that purpose. Now, a couple of more rules, regulations. In case of all India financial institutions, this debenture redemption reserve requirement is not there, right? One. Second thing, those companies which issue debentures for periods not exceeding 18 months from the date of issue, they are not required to maintain debenture redemption reserve account, right? And in case of privately placed debentures also, this requirement of debenture redemption reserve is not there in case of privately placed debentures, right? And debenture redemption reserve account appears towards the liability side under the reserves and surplus. And when money has been utilized from debenture redemption reserve, requisite amount of debenture redemption reserve is utilized, then what happens? That amount gets transferred to general reserve of the company, right? When the debentures are redeemed from debenture redemption reserve, or when the debentures are redeemed, this amount lying in DRR, debenture redemption reserve account, gets shifted to general reserve, right? So now we go to the last point of that we have already covered, right? So we can do one thing. We will do a recap in 5-7 minutes. We have talked about write-off of discount loss on issue of debentures, right? When debentures are being issued at discount or at loss, then that amount needs to be written off, right? And that amount needs to be written off from security premium account. But in case adequate capital profits, in case there is no capital profit or capital profit is not adequate which requires this amount, then what happens? Revenue profit can be utilized for writing off that. And how the write-off is done? Suppose a debenture is issued for 5 years time period. The entire amount of discount or loss is not to be written off in the year of issue itself, because the benefit will accrue to the company over the period of the debenture, say 5 years. So it should be written off over the period of the tenure of the debenture, right? And in case of writing off through profit and loss account, revenue profits, the entry will be debit profit and loss account and credit debentures account. So, and the narration will be discount or loss on issue of debentures, written off. So that is done. Now we go to redemption of methods of redemption of debenture. There are 4 methods. Lump sum. 5 years ago I had purchased debenture of 100 rupees. 5 years are complete. I am presenting those debentures to the company, issuing company, and they give me 100 rupees. I had invested 100, they have given 100. Lump sum payment has been made. That is called lump sum. So, in lump sum, 2 kinds of redemption could be there, at par, at premium. If it is done at par, what happens if debentures are being redeemed at par? Then the entry will be debenture account debit, debenture holder credit. Second entry, debenture holder debit, bank account credit. Now, if lump sum payment is being made in case of, what is that? Redemption with premium, then debenture account debit, right? Premium on issue of debentures debit, that will also be debited because it is at premium. And what will be credited? Debenture holder will be credited. Second entry will be debit debenture holder, credit bank account. So that's done, right? Now we go to the installment. In case of installment, as per the terms, the debenture amount is not paid in lump sum at a single point of time. It is paid, say, at annual intervals, annual installments, like a term loan. Suppose 5 years, so every year they will be paying 20%. And which are those debentures which will be paid this year, that 20% is decided by way of lots. Lots are drawn, through which it is decided which are the 20% debentures which will be paid this year out of the outstanding debentures. So in case of installment, redemption through installment, the entries are, if it is being paid out of the profits, then what is happening? Debit profit and loss, credit debenture redemption reserve account. Second entry is debit debentures account, credit debenture holder. Third entry is debit debenture holder, credit bank account. Right? And in case of being paid, redeemed out of capital, then debit debenture account, credit debenture holder. Second entry, debit debenture holder, credit bank account. It is as simple as that. And rules, regulations we have already covered. Each company which issues debentures for a period exceeding 18 months needs to maintain debenture redemption reserve account. What happens? Suppose a company has issued debentures for 100 crore rupees and the tenure is 5 years. So it is expected to set aside a part of its profits, and the word is adequate amount, the amount which is considered adequate. Every year it will set aside a part of its profits to meet the redemption requirements, right? And what is the second condition? A company which is issuing debentures for a period not exceeding 18 months is not supposed to maintain debenture redemption reserve account, right? A company which is a financial company regulated by the Reserve Bank of India is not supposed to maintain debenture redemption reserve account. And in case of those debentures which are privately placed, those companies are not supposed to, in case of those, the companies are not supposed to maintain debenture redemption reserve accounts. Companies engaged in infrastructural activities are also exempted from maintaining debenture redemption reserve account, right? And what are the things to be followed? If being issued for a period exceeding 18 months, a company has to maintain, right? And a company has to create debenture redemption reserve of 50% of the amount of debentures issued before it starts redemption of debentures. Another is, a company can use amount lying in debenture redemption reserve only after it has reduced its debenture liability by at least 10%. Withdrawal from debenture redemption reserve is permissible only after 10% of the debenture liability has already been reduced by the company, right? And the creation of debenture redemption reserve is obligatory. The company is under obligation for non-convertible debentures and non-convertible portion of partially convertible debentures, right? So that is what it is. And the debenture redemption reserve account appears on the liability side under reserves and surplus. And when the debentures are redeemed, when the redemption function is over, redeemed, the requisite amount of debenture redemption reserve shifts to the general reserve account of the company, right? So, a statement P&L debenture we have discussed in installments. So this is all what it is. So I hope you found it easy to understand. In case of any difficulty, you may please approach me on my email ID, which will be there at the thumbnail to the video. Thank you very much.